Hey there people, welcome back. This is the final part of AO4, which is Unit 23's final assessment objective. Okay, this particular assessment objective deals with testing, reviewing, and evaluating. In front of us here I have a copy of the AO4 evidence report. Okay, this is what it looks like. You're simply going to need to download a copy of the website. Just make sure you put your name on the front, and also in the footer of the document where it says student name. If you double click it, you can easily go in there and put your name in there. I want to point out to you a few things about AO4. It says it right here. Okay, AO4 is about evaluating your video clip, testing it to make sure that everything works as you said that it would. Okay, you will need to evaluate, you will need to review, you will need to test, and you will need to explain, okay, every single choice that you've made in your video. I've put here the marks breakdown. Okay, to get a pass you will need to do 4 tests and 1 peer evaluation of your video. For the peer evaluation you can use anyone in the school. Okay, and you also need to suggest and action 1 area of improvement and make some corrections to your video. You can then move on to the merit. In the merit you have to perform 5 tests and 2 peer evaluations of your video, and you will have to make 2 corrections and improvements and changes to your video. And then finally, to get a distinction you will need to perform 6 tests and 3 peer evaluations of your video, and you will also need to suggest 3 improvements and corrections and changes to your video. So guys, that is AO4. You're going to test every single part of your video. Now if I scroll down again, I just want to show you the first test has to do with exporting the movie. The next test here has to do with the music that you put in your video. The next test here has to do with the special effects. The next test has to do with the transitions that you put in your video. Then we move on to test 5, which is the titles and the credits that you've put in there in the text. Then we move on to activity 6, which is the A grade, which talks about the timing of the video. And then finally you have what we have here, which is the review sheets, which I will be explaining. Okay, you will need to print that off, and you will need to get another student to look at your video and give you some feedback. Okay, there's 3 review sheets, and that is pretty much what you're going to do in AO4. You're going to test, you're going to review, and you are going to discuss and make changes to your video as appropriate. Okay, now we go on. Simply go, I'll show you on the website. Make sure you've got a folder for AO4 in your Unit 23 folder, and then simply click here on the download a copy section of the website, download and save a copy in the AO4, open it and start your work. Please get on with it now. Thank you very much.